Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your girl, Cherrell. I'm the host of Let's Talk the Show, and this ain't a podcast. I want to thank you guys for tuning in this Tuesday like you guys do every Tuesday. Make sure you go ahead and click that lower button in the right-hand corner with that arrow and share this conversation with 3 friends you think may love it. We are wrapping up Women's History Month, you guys, with reclaiming our time. And these are just areas of your life or ways that you should focus on. Or you could be focusing on reclaiming your time. But before we get into the episode, you guys know we got to give something that we're grateful for. So I see you guys joining in. Make sure you go ahead and drop something in the comment section that you're grateful for. And tonight I'm going to say I am grateful. I would say that I am building discipline. Like that's like something I really wanted to work on, being disciplined, being more committed. And I am really like, man, it's hard as hell, but I really feel like I am doing so much better than I've ever been when it comes to being more disciplined. So yeah, definitely that. Someone says, I'm grateful for waking up this morning. Absolutely, that is okay. We gotta love that comment. Gotta love that. Super grateful to wake up this morning. Okay, so we're jumping right in, and like I said, we are wrapping up Women's History Month. And I thought about doing an interview, but I'm like, you guys also said you wanted some more self-improvement. So I have 4 areas of your life that you should be working on, or that you could be working on to reclaim your time. So we're going to go ahead and start with mentally. I feel like social media has an amazing way of painting everybody as the victim. Like, so there's always posts like, if they did you wrong, they knew what they was doing, you're not the problem. It's like, no, my nigga, sometimes you are the problem. There's always a post like, you can do better, don't let anybody bring you down. Like, no, my nigga, sometimes you do need to humble your fucking self. There are a lot of, just a lot of victimizing going on social media. Granted, sometimes someone may have wronged you, but you're not always right, and you're not always the victim. So mentally, I think a good way that you can reclaim your time is by becoming more self-aware. Being more aware of the way you interact with yourself, the way you talk to yourself, the way you talk to others. I don't know, and I don't really care how social media has convinced people that you can just say what you want, however you want. It doesn't work like that, and there are serious consequences to it. You need to watch how you talk to yourself, most importantly, because nobody's in your head with you, unless, you have some like mental health issues going on there. But you gotta really watch how you talk to yourself, because nobody's in your head with you. It's just you. And you gotta watch how you talk to other people, because you don't know what nobody's going through, and you really don't want somebody to react really negatively. Yes. Okay, I'm in the middle of work. I need you to go sit down. And please close the door. It's okay. Put that down. I'll take it. Thank you. Can you close the door? Thank you. Yeah. So you definitely want to just start being more self-aware. You gotta think about the habits that you have. Be more self-aware about when it comes to activities that you're involving yourself in, and when they're not conducive to the type of life you want to live. That's something that I'm really been focusing on, really getting my habits together. You got to work on those bad habits, because if you don't, those bad habits going to work on you, and it will hinder you from becoming the person you want to be, to getting the career promotion you want to get, to taking that trip you want to take, to building and fixing that relationship you are in, or getting in a relationship. So most importantly, just become more self-aware is huge. It will change your life. Self-control, self-discipline, you got to get there. Also work on boundaries. Just not only, with other people. A lot of people were, talking about boundaries with their friends, their families, that may, work on boundaries with yourself. Know when you've had too much. Know when it's time to draw the line, and be honest with yourself. You really have to work on drawing the line with your own behavior. When you lie to yourself, you're going to tell that bullshit to other people, and you think them niggas going to believe it, and they don't believe it. It's really scary when people start believing the bullshit they tell themselves, especially when it's like wrong as fuck and delusional. Like, get your shit together, check yourself, and get your life on the right path. Like, you're getting too fucking old to be doing the same old shit and complaining about it. Quite frankly, it's really your fault that you're not where you want to be. And that's the reality of the situation. And if you do not become more self-aware and start setting those boundaries, not only with your friends and your family, but with yourself, you're going to be stuck right where you are next year, doing the same old weak-ass New Year's resolutions, talking about what you coulda, woulda, shoulda done, and in reality, you just lack the self-control, the self-awareness, the discipline, to get to where you need to be. Like, anything is possible. So yeah, mentally, you definitely want to work on being more self-aware and creating boundaries, not just with your friends and family and yourself. Make sure I see you guys there. I see you guys joining in. Make sure you guys share this live with 3 friends you think will like the conversation. Just hit that arrow in the right corner for me and send to like 3 people you think will love it. I feel like I'm being so like cut and dry with you guys. I don't know. I just like have a lot on my mind. I'm like trying to get through everything right now. But yeah, your emotions is also another place I feel like you can reclaim your time. One area is working on controlling your emotions. I think that, I know that people have lost control of their emotions and have ended up in very, very terrible places. Not only has it, cost people their lives, like fatally, it's cost them jail time. It's cost them tons of money in restitution. It's cost you being out of control. You losing control of your emotions can cost somebody you love their life. It can cost you a relationship that means so much. It can cost you a job. Contrary to what people say, what you do could hinder your blessings. That's very true. And, you got to get more self-control. I don't really know how to say this. Get your shit together. Like, that's really it. Get your shit together. Start being in more control of your emotions. Stop flying off the handle. Let me tell you something. My mom, I don't know what happened right there. My mom used to always, mom used to cuss people out all the time, right? And she let me get that motherfucker a piece of my mind. And, I admired that. I was cussing people out all through my early 20s and shit. I was giving niggas a piece of my mind all the time. Coworkers, supervisors. I got to it with a couple teachers. But the point of the matter, what I was getting to was that you really got to stop giving people a piece of your mind. They just do not deserve that. It's so precious. It's not that much to go around. And you really give a piece of yourself away when you decide that you just want to fly off the fucking handle. Not saying that you should really give a fuck about what people have to say to you, but you should care about the impact that you leave on people. Get control of your emotions before you cost yourself or someone you love something important, so definitely get control of your emotions. A big thing that I want to say is another area that you should work on, like reclaiming your time with when it comes to emotionally, is where you invest your emotions. I guess it's kind of similar to controlling yourself, but in where do you invest your emotions? This is what I really would say. What do you give a fuck about? What are the areas that you really give so many fucks about? Let me tell you what area you should not get that many fucks about. People on the shade room. The shit that the shade room post should not be getting you triggered. It should not be, yes. Can you stop? What do you need? What do you need? What do you need? Okay, I'm in the middle of work. Okay, you can have one once I get off work. I don't know where Kareem go. I know where Kareem go. Kareem's under his shirt, and I need Kareem to get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. I need you to get out, and I need you to walk past your threshold. Thank you. I don't even know what happened right there. I'm so sorry, you guys. He said, "Aw, man, it ain't all when they just won't, why you keep interrupting me? I'm at work." But another area is just where you invest your emotions. I love a good meme. I love the meme that says, "I ran out of fucks to give." I don't know why my thing keeps going to sleep. You have to really be mindful of where you are investing your emotions. You should not be investing your emotions in the shit that's being posted on the shade room. You should not be investing your emotions in celebrity relationships. You should not just be investing your emotions in shit that does not directly impact you or has an impact on your children's lives in the future. You should be giving a fuck about what's happening with the laws and the legislation. You should be giving a fuck about what's going on at your kids' school. You should be giving a fuck about the things that's going on in your community. Those are places, great places, healthy places to invest your emotions. You should not be invested in people that do not fucking know you. That's very weird that you are obsessing and giving that many fucks and your time and your energy to people in places that do not know you, that do not give a fuck about you, that do not have an impact on your life. You should be investing your time into activities and things and activities and places and people and things that are going to get you to not only where you need to be, but that really give you a sense of a self, sense of being, a happiness. And in social media, and these weak ass people on the shade room and other pages should not be fucking one of them. Those places, the blog sites, you shouldn't be invested in your local city beef. Like, you shouldn't be invested in drama, being messy, because let me tell you something. After so many years of being petty and Mr. Petty and Petty LaBelle, that shit look miserable as fuck to me. And I ain't gonna cap, I've never got with that. I've never intentionally been a petty person. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't never been my MO, and I just can't get with that. Like, you really go out your way to do some fuck shit to somebody just because you feel some type of way? Like, you know, or like some, I don't know. It's just stupid. It's stupid as fuck to me. Be careful where you invest your emotions. I just don't get it. Not Petty LaBelle. For real, people be calling themselves Petty LaBelle, and I be like, you too fucking old. You're too fucking old to be doing shit like that. Grow the fuck up. Like, cut them up. Like, it's either you deal with somebody or you don't. Cut them fuckers off. Cut them people off. Get them fuck out your life. Like, bro, we too old to be in that gray area. Tell a motherfucker what it is, and where's my dad? What it is, what it ain't, and what it's gonna be. That's just what it is. You just gotta get to that point in your life. Like, stop holding on to the petty shit and the nonsense, and it's taking up space that could be filled with greater things, like just better things. Like, yes, yeah. So that's that. Physically is another area that you really want to work on reclaiming your time. Investing, let me tell you, this is my favorite one. Investing your time in hobbies that don't make money. Let me tell you, I think that when you begin to do something for money, it changes the dynamics of the relationship. It changes the way you feel about it, and it puts you into a different mindset. And I say do something that doesn't make you money, because it really, not saying that, you know, once you got to add money to the equation, you just don't become as happy, but it just changes the dynamics of the relationship. Like, I like painting for fun. You know, I really try to paint like once a month, you know, but I just have nowhere to put it, and then I just be throwing it out. So until I can recycle it, I try not to do it too often, because it's like trash and stuff, you know, wasting in the earth and stuff. So I just feel like that's something I really like to do, and I like to do for fun. Like, I'll never practice or learn how to draw better so that I could sell my paintings, but it's like, it's important to do things that just regularly make you happy. Like, I think that social media entrepreneurship and social media universal is developing into this type of ideology that if you got something you love to do, start making money from it, monetize it. And it's like, yeah, some things, but not everything needs to be about money, because if you take everything that you love and you turn it into a way to make money, you're going to be chasing it forever, because the money never ends. And, you know, most of the time people don't even take the proper time and educate themselves on how to successfully run a business. So it's like, not only that, you're just like on a fucking hamster wheel, because you didn't take the time to read the instructions. And it's like you're trying to chase some inevitable thing. And not saying that money takes the fun out of it, because there are a lot of people who do what they love for money and they make a great living, but a lot of times people don't. So find hobbies and do the things that you love to do, regardless of how they may look to other people, regardless of how often you get to do it. Try to put a frequency on it, but do the shit that you love to do that doesn't make you money. Because money just changes the dynamics of a relationship. Y'all see it in dating all the time. People can't even date for fun without trying to bring up who gonna pay for what bill, and it just changes the dynamics of the relationship. You know, people fall out with their closest friends and family members over fucking money. Money literally will change the dynamics of any relationship, person, place, or thing. So stop adding money to the equation and just do some shit on a regular basis that you really love and that really just makes you happy, because that'll add back. That'll add back and give you a sense of self. It'll give you a sense of happiness. It'll make you more likely to want to give out that love that you're getting just from doing the one thing you like. And like I said, mine is painting. I was just telling my sister, like, I prefer swimming in the wintertime. Like, I like going to LA Fitness and going to swim in like dead ass cold. Like, I do. Like, swimming in summer is cool, but it's like expected and you're supposed to. I really like going to swim in the wintertime. When I took swim lessons to learn to swim, I was swimming in the winter. And somehow, you know, that's just has become my thing. I like swimming in the winter. I haven't gone, but I really prefer that. So I would go swimming in the wintertime for fun. I ain't gonna fucking make a TikTok trying to make no money and go viral and shit. And neither should you. Just go do some shit you like to do and do not try to fucking make it for money. Just have fun. Learn to enjoy yourself, your life. Somebody said hello. Hey. Another area that you can learn to reclaim your time in this physically is getting in shape. Now, I do want to say this. I feel like everything I've told you is a way to get in shape. Getting in shape is not just what you eat. And if you talk to anybody that's really serious about getting in shape or is successful, they'll tell you that getting in shape is not just physically, it's mentally. So it's everything that you consume. Everything that you consume contributes to you getting fit and getting in shape. You know, what you put in your mind will, you know, thoughts become actions, actions become your character, and so forth, so forth and so on, right? So getting in shape physically for this, for the sake of this one, is really just eating right and getting your body in shape. You're getting older. Everybody talk about they have back pain, contrary to, you know, what we joke about. Like, we too fucking young still to be in back pain. Get your ass out. Go for a walk. Go for a jog. Maybe you shouldn't eat coney every fucking week. Maybe you shouldn't eat everything fucking fried and with a lot of salt. Trying to find some seasons that don't got salt. I'm with y'all, and I love some good ass soul food because ain't nothing topping it. But my nigga, you don't need all that shit every fucking week. There was a reason we didn't eat soul food every week. It was literally like a 2, 3, 4 time max, you know, a year thing. Now y'all eat soul food every day, and I should just, I mean, the food look good, don't get me wrong, but that shit just like, that's how you gonna eat every week? Like, that's so heavy on your body. And it's like, drink some fucking water. Let me tell you, drink some fucking water. You need water. Your body's made mostly of water. Drink some fucking water. I don't care if it's Essentia, Wakia, Aquafina, Dasani. I don't give a fuck what you drink, but drink some water. And if you can't drink some regular water, throw a lemon in that shit. But get your ass in shape, okay? Go for a fucking walk. It's warmer out. Take your ass around the block twice. Take the kids. That's another thing. We're going to talk about that too. Eating soul food every day will take your soul, okay? Shorten the fuck out of your lifespan. I can hear the high cholesterol. I can hear it is rising. The diabetes is coming in. I can hear the heart trouble. I can hear it. It's coming. And you keep fucking eating yams and fucking macaroni and that heavy ass roast and shit. I can feel your blood pressure. I can feel it for you. Y'all, let me go spin a block back on this. Getting in shape, take your fucking kids out. This is a problem I have a lot of y'all. Y'all want to get to eating vegan, pescatarian, trying all this new shit, and your kids still eating like garbage. Let me tell you something. That is the worst thing you can do. A lot of people say, oh, they're just a kid, they'll get over it. But what you don't understand is that a child's body is still developing, and what you put into it, it will have to adjust to and can either stunt their growth or help it, promote healthier growth. Take your kids outside. Make their ass run around in the summertime and butt off all that fucking soul food you had them eating all winter. Take their ass outside. Take their ass on the walk. Take their ass to the park. And take them goddamn electronics. Don't let them get in the car with no damn iPad. Y'all going to the grocery store, don't need no iPad in the grocery store. Let's talk. What colors do you see? Can you read this? Let's work on the labels on there. Start involving your kids in these healthy activities and getting their summer body. You always want to work on your summer body. Get your fucking son and your daughter in their summer body. Get that summer bodies right. Get their ass drinking water. The stupidest shit I ever heard in my life was, oh, my kid don't like water. That is the dumbest shit I ever fucking heard. Because I know for a fact, as having a kid, they will eat whatever the fuck you give them early on. My son was hooked on water. Yes. Okay, you'll be fine. Can you? Okay. My son was hooked on water. That was a number one compliment I always got. Oh, he drinks water? I'm like, what the fuck else is he supposed to drink? What the fuck else is he supposed at 1. What else is he supposed to be drinking? Water? Bitch, we ain't doing all that. He got juice, yeah, but he got the 50-50 mix. You know, the 80-20, 20% juice, 80% water. We wasn't doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's important, not just to give them water, but for the health of their teeth, tooth decay. Y'all gotta stop thinking kids are immune to shit, and that's why we've grown up with so many physically and disabled and mentally incompetent kids, because we're not feeding their bodies the right thing. Not only just what they seeing on social media, but what they're eating. We gotta do a better job. If you want to work on your summer body, make sure your fucking kids working on their summer body. Get their ass out there. You want to go to the gym? Bring your fucking kid. Better yet, work your ass out at home. Let their little ass lift away. You want to take a walk around the block, get your jog on with your Instagram pictures, do so with your family. Let your kids work on their summer bodies too. It's equally as important that they get out and get their air. Okay? So that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm spinning a block back about that food. I forgot what I wanted to say, but I'll take some comments. Somebody said preach. Somebody said yes. Thank you, ladies. I forgot about what I was going to say about that food. That soul food. I can't remember. I want to say something about y'all eating all that. I ain't gonna say y'all. I'm not okay. I don't eat that food like that. I don't. I be wanting yams every so often, but I don't really eat soul food like that outside of the holiday times. I might have a feeling for it once every couple months, but I can't eat that because I just don't want that. But I'm trying to think about. Can you go that way? I'm in the middle of working. Can you please go that way? Get out of that. Yeah, I heard that too. What mama you got? Okay, nobody's right there. Give me a second. Let me finish working. I apologize about that, you guys. It sounded like somebody was trying to come in my door for a second there. That's why my son heard it first. Well, we heard at the same time, but it sounded like somebody was trying to turn my doorknob, and we heard like the rattle. But there's nobody there, so yeah. I guess I am kind of glad he came in just at that time, so I heard that. But yeah, so I can't remember about that soul food, but stop eating that soul food every fucking day. It's not healthy. It's too heavy. It's too goddamn salty. We not invincible. You gonna get old one day. I really want to be the 80-year-old lady walking around still driving. I want to be able to walk. I want to look good. I want to feel good but in order to get there, we got to take care of our health. So that's also a major thing. Moving on to the last category that I feel like you guys can definitely be reclaiming your time. And that is spiritually. So I want to say finding a higher ground. I don't know what you call it, but I think it's funny how it's called a higher ground. When you think of the ground, you think of something low, but you think of higher ground. So I'm going to say spiritually finding a higher ground. I believe that you can believe, I believe, find out whatever you want to believe in. That's on you. I'm not, forcing no views. I don't want to change your mind, trying to convert you, nothing. Find whatever it is that you want to believe in. Find your higher ground. Something that, you can't really see, but something that you believe in and that keeps you grounded, because you're not going to get through this life without it. And I feel like a lot of times, even when people be dying, they be finding something, even on their deathbed, at their worst moments, they be finding something, looking for something. Find a high ground. Find something to believe in. Find something to get you through when nobody is getting you through. You know what I'm saying? Find something to have faith in. You know what I'm saying? We believe a lot of things that we can't see. The wind is always the greatest example. You ain't never seen the wind before, but you saw what the wind can do, and it's powerful. And you don't need to see it to know what it's going to do. You know that it can flip over a human being and bring a building down to bricks. You don't need to see it to believe in it. And I feel like that's the same way spiritually. Find your higher ground. Find something to be rooted in outside of yourself and your views and your friends and your family and your social media account. Find something else to root yourself in, to have faith in, that keeps you grounded when you are losing touch with yourself. I believe it in. And that's one way you can reclaim your time, is finding your higher ground. And I listed something else that said a forever friend. I think that in our darkest times and some of the things we're most embarrassed about, we don't go to our friends and family. We might not even tell our therapists. We don't tell our doctors. And this is why I think you need to find a higher ground spiritually. You need to find your forever friend. If you don't have nobody, you have whatever belief you have. That is why reclaiming your time spiritually is about finding a forever friend, something else to keep you rooted, like your higher ground, and a forever friend. Somebody that's going to always be there, that's not going to judge you. I think everybody, God judges them. But, somebody that you don't feel embarrassed to tell what you're going through or what you're doing. And somebody that actually already knows. So, yeah, that's why you need to find you a higher ground, and find you a forever friend spiritually. Mama. That's really all I have for you guys tonight. Let me see, make sure I get somebody say yes. Make sure I get your comments, because we can like comments now. This is obviously a new feature. Yes, every day. So thank you guys for your comments. But so yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. I want to thank you guys for joining in. We are wrapping up Women's History Month, you guys. And I definitely wanted to wrap it up with ways that as women, we can reclaim our time and that we can just be better people. I feel like we're moving in such a good direction as women. We kind of, we be teetering the scale a little bit. I be worried about us. But I feel like we are moving out of this idea of being superwoman. I don't want to be superwoman. I don't want to be supermom. I want to be able to get help and not be afraid that my help is, telling the whole world they're helping me. I want to date men and have a husband, a successful relationship that I don't have to worry about who he liking, who pictures he liking, and how, if that's going on behind the scenes. Like, I don't want to continue to have to, be afraid around the men that look like me. I just feel like Black women are really just moving in a more positive direction when it comes to our mentalities. Like, we don't want to be super independent. I don't want to be that. I want to be soft. I want to be gentle. I want to be living in my divine femininity. I want to be strong. I want to have boundaries. And I want you to know I can do it all, but I shouldn't have to, and I feel like we're moving in such a good direction, and we're recognizing our worth and becoming more self-aware of ourselves emotionally and our habits. And, I can tell that we really are working, because a lot of times we are the head of the household. And we're really just working also to improve the way we interact with our kids. And it's so good to see it. And that's why I really wanted to wrap up Women's History Month with ways that you can improve your life. Because if you still doing the same shit, then you already did. That's really the reality. If you're still doing the same shit you've been doing, you died a long time ago. You died when you stopped trying. So, yes, reclaiming your time mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. You ladies, that's how I really wanted to wrap it up. Let me see what you said. I see the comments. Somebody said, great as always. Somebody said, really enjoyed. Thank you, ladies. Oh, let me see. I want to make sure I went to see this. Thank you so much. Oh, I missed it. I'll catch it on. You can definitely catch it on YouTube. I'll have this uploaded tomorrow before noon. Or you can just rewatch it on Instagram on our, what's that page? On our IGTV. Femininity is key. I'm working on my, yes, femininity is huge. Like, I think that, a lot of us grow up with a lot of independent mothers, and so we kind of picked up this idea you got to be strong and independent. A lot of us grow up with in abusive parents, mom and dad, and so it's like you're learning to be super independent, but that stuff pours over into, and it fuels the negative stereotype of the independent Black woman, and it creates tension in your relationships. It creates, lack of trust with your children. It creates lack of trust with yourself. And what they call it, hyper independence. And it's just like, let me step into saying, you know what, I could use the help. Like, let me step into saying, you know what, I don't have to do it all. Let me step into saying, I don't gotta be, like, I feel like a lot of times we just be so rude and so nasty and so mean, or just like aggressive. And it's like, why? Why you like that? Not saying we don't have no good ass reason, because the sister got a good ass reason to be mad, okay? But sometimes it's like, it's okay to smile. It's okay to not to be rough, tough all day. It's okay to just chill and to relax and lay back. It's okay to just be. Like, I think that's like in the next coming years, that's going to be something that I step into, and I recognize, like, I don't have to be doing something every time to just be like good or worthy. I can just do nothing and be okay. Like that, that's kind of like a thing that's coming up now. So maybe the next couple of years or so, that'll be something that I develop or understand more and be able to practice. But I think that a lot of us are stepping into our femininity. I think that, I'm not in my 30s yet, but I feel like the 30s for the women in my age is going to be so beautiful. It's going to be such a transformative decade. You know what I'm saying? Like, this decade, like, I feel like the first decade we went through was like a lot of, just really mimicking a lot of bad behaviors and mentalities and things that we picked up. And then the last decade was just like kind of figuring it out, making our own mistakes. And I feel like still going through an age of searching, and a little bit of revelation. And I feel like this decade that we're in now is a bunch of revelations and figuring it out. And I feel like the next decade is going to be a bunch of unraveling of BS. So it's super exciting to see how Black women really, as a whole, are just walking into our femininity. That's such a word for me to say. Such a great way to see us walk into our femininity. But yeah, so that's all I got for you guys. Let me see what you're saying. I might say yes. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. But yeah, that's all I got for today. But you guys know I gotta go out the same way I came in, and you guys gotta drop something in the comment section that you're grateful for. I'm gonna go out with I am grateful for. Today, what am I grateful for? I'm just grateful to be alive. I ain't really got, like they say, shit ain't all bad, but it ain't all good, but it ain't all bad. That's where I'm at right now, and I'm just really grateful. Shit, just to be alive. When the sun, like, once it's warming up, and you get that extra boost of energy starts kicking in. I always, like, my first thought of the summer is like, I get to breathe, and I'm always super excited. Like, yes, I get to do summer. And, like, the second thought is always like, damn, there's a lot of people that didn't make it this year to the summer, There's a lot of people that had plans for the summer that didn't make it. So I'm always, like, just super grateful, like, shit, I get to breathe, I get to touch the grass, I get to be here and do this shit. So yeah, today I'm just really grateful. Just grateful to have another day. That's it. You guys said I'm grateful for all the episodes. Great and lightning. Keep it up, girl. Thank you so much. I am grateful for my family. Gotta love the people, okay? Grateful for time. Ooh, you gotta love them because you can't never get enough, okay? You can't, and that's you can't buy no more. That they ain't making no more. Just like land, they ain't making no more. So you gotta use what you got. You can't never get it back. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. I really appreciate you guys. I can't even say that. I really appreciate you guys tuning in tonight for this episode. It will be uploaded tomorrow on YouTube before noon. And yeah, that's really all I got. Yeah. So as usual, you guys, my name is Cherrell Carter. I'm the host of Let's Talk the Show, and this ain't a podcast. I will see you guys next Tuesday. Peace.